Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for December 19th through December 24th, 2014. So, on December 19th, the moon conjunct Saturn in Scorpio, having us put our focus into anything that needs to be taken care of, and perhaps we will feel somewhat of a weight of responsibility and a sort of a serious tone to the day. And it's best if you just take care of whatever it is that's weighing on you so that it's not the more negative aspect of Saturn causing blockages or limitations. Um, Focusing on whatever it is that you need to get done will be the best way to deal with that. And there may be a need to look within yourself a little more and look at the darker aspects of who you are, or the darker feelings you might be feeling that need to be transformed so that you can move beyond any blocks or limitations that you might be feeling. And then the moon moves into Sagittarius. So this is going to give us that sense of adventure, and perhaps we'll want to travel, or we'll get that urge to travel or expand our horizons and learn new things, and maybe even learn about other cultures, and perhaps try new things. It's a good day to try new things and learn new things. Okay, on December 20th, Mercury in Capricorn sextiles Neptune in Pisces. So this is going to help us to become more aware of what is going on under the surface, and we may receive a lot of intuitive insights on this day, perhaps through symbolism or poetry or music might be speaking to us more directly right now. And we can also bring down to earth some dreams or visions that we might have. Some imaginative ideas might come to us. And it's a good day for writing poetry or music, or even starting a project maybe related to your career that might be on the more imaginative side of things, the more intuitive side of things. And we may receive some insights related to our career that we could actually follow some of those hunches so that we can further our career in some way. And it's really a good day for writing in general, writing imaginative stories, creative stories, um, for writing like fantasy type things, or fiction novels or anything like that. It would be a good idea. It's also going to be easier to understand our dreams at this time. Perhaps we can kind of bring more meaning into our dreams, or we'll understand what our dreams are trying to tell us more. And basically, we're just going to all around have a better understanding of our own unconscious processes with Mercury shedding light in that area. And we may even be talking about our dreams more often as well. And then Venus in Capricorn squares Uranus in Aries. So Venus in Capricorn is trying to really put structure around our relationships, and those structures can eventually lead to a sense of limitation. So Uranus in Aries wants to break free of any limitations. So in our relationships, if we're feeling somewhat stagnant or limited, then it would be good to kind of break free of any everyday kind of systems that you may be putting yourself through. Just kind of break free of all that stuff so that you can bring a sense of new energy into your relationship and don't feel blocked or limited within that situation. And then Venus in Capricorn conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. This is bringing up any under the surface feelings or things that need to be brought to light and transformed within our relationships. Perhaps something needs to be brought to light within the relationship, whatever it is, something that may have been suppressed. It could also be that you are having to deal with some of that in your career as well. Like Pluto conjuncting Venus is bringing up perhaps suppressed feelings about people that you work with, Venus being relationships. That might be, causing some kind of rift, perhaps, but can ultimately be dealt with in the most harmonious way at this time. So confronting those issues, which Venus doesn't necessarily, isn't necessarily as good at, would actually be a good idea. Doing it in a more diplomatic way, perhaps smoothing things over when it comes to things coming up for you at work. Using some of the more charming aspects of Venus could help to alleviate some of the stuff that's been bubbling under the surface for a while when it comes to your career. It's also good for using creativity in your career and using deeper aspects of yourself within your career as well. And then Mars in Aquarius sextiles Uranus and Aries. So these are in mutual reception. So this is great for starting new ideas. You're going to be receiving a lot of insights, and perhaps some of these insights may have you confronting certain aspects of yourself that need to be understood, perhaps. We also are going to have a lot of energy, and in having all that energy, it'll be easier to be more of ourselves and be more eccentric and zany and perhaps do more unexpected things than usual. So there could also be unexpected confrontations that occur as well, but that's less likely the case if you exercise as well as be straightforward in your dealings when it comes to your friends. And it's also great for moving forward with hopes, wishes, and dreams that you might have, and also for actually doing something about social causes that you really care about and doing humanitarian things as well. So on December 21st, Venus in Capricorn sextiles Chiron and Pisces. And this may be having us letting go of certain emotional wounds that we might have held on to, so that we can really start our relationships with a solid foundation and with a new structure to work in that doesn't include old patterns that may have caused these wounds, or the wounds that may have caused these patterns, so that we can actually have a very solid foundation from which to have relationships upon. And then Uranus goes direct in Aries, and this is going to be bringing changes on the outer aspects of our world. We will be able to see revolutionary ideas coming into being, and we will see more people moving forward with their ideas and insights that they've been receiving. More individuals rising up who can make a big difference in the world. And then the sun moves into Capricorn, and the moon moves into Capricorn, and they conjunct, creating a new moon in Capricorn. So when the sun's in Capricorn, there is more of a focus around our careers and our outer appearances and our outer world, and also on our systems and perhaps authority figures as well. And then when the moon moves into Capricorn, this is going to bring up how we're feeling about our careers and about our outer world and how we appear to the world, our status in the world. And with them conjuncting, creating a new moon, we can actually start new ways of being in our careers, or new ways of how the world sees us in, our public standing. So, yeah, really just turning a new page when it comes to our careers and public standing. It also could be turning a new page when it comes to the systems we have in place, or with authority figures as well, which can include parents. So on December 22nd, the moon conjuncts Mercury in Capricorn, helping us to communicate our feelings more and to communicate what has been perhaps underneath the surface within our careers as well. Any subconscious feelings that may be there can be talked about in a more logical fashion and rational way. We also can express ourselves emotionally more so in our careers without coming across in a negative way. It'll just be, our emotions will definitely be right there with our words on that day. Though usually Capricorn is pretty reserved about its emotions and may even look at its emotions in a more logical fashion or practical way. Perhaps you can use your emotions as fuel for your career in some way. And then the moon conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn, bringing up all of the under the surface emotions and darker aspects of how we're feeling about our careers, and also how we're feeling about authority figures could come up for us, things that need to be transformed perhaps, and also how we feel about the systems that are in place, which can be, bringing that stuff up as well. And then the moon conjuncts Venus in Capricorn. This actually is going to help us to nurture our careers and to allow more creativity to be utilized in our careers, perhaps making our careers more beautiful in some way. And we can also nurture our relationships on this day easier and be just all around more in tune with our relationships, whether it's career related or romantically related. And then on December 23rd, Saturn moves into Sagittarius. So this can mean two different things. We either can expand beyond our limitations, or there may be an overconfidence that there's no limitations to where we get knocked down almost. Saturn may create a situation for people who are overconfident where it really knocks you on your ass to where you really realize, holy crap, like, I did not see that coming kind of thing. There's an over-optimism that might occur, and we need to realize still that there is, reality. There's a reality that we need to pay attention to still. And it also is having us look within at our beliefs that need to be let go of. Anything that has been limiting, any limiting beliefs, or it's even a good time to learn something through a systematic way, whether it's like a system that was created or whatever, maybe even formal education, something that has a lot of structure to it is another thing we can do with that. But yeah, there is a feeling that we can expand beyond limitations at this time. Just make sure that you don't get overconfident or over-optimistic to where you gamble away things and create a problem for yourself later down the road. And of course, just looking within at your belief system will also help you to understand it a little easier and let it go, even let go of some of the structures that have been limiting to you. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. All right, and then the moon moves into Aquarius, and this is helping us to nurture our friendships as well as our hopes, wishes, and dreams, and to maybe even nurture a social cause or a social group that you're a part of. And we can also receive a lot of insights into our emotional state, and friends can also be a source of that insight into our own emotional state. And on December 24th, Mercury in Capricorn squares Uranus in Aries. So this could bring some unexpected insights into our career that may have come through some form of communication that creates some kind of tension. And it's also possible that there's certain structures that are being stripped away that can cause just kind of a shock to you. And basically, we can also try to create new systems that are more freeing for people, and perhaps writing new ideas down can help you create a system for new ideas that are coming in for you. And perhaps even dealing with confrontations through writing can be a better way to deal with any tensions that might come up for you. And then the moon conjuncts Mars in Aquarius. Now, this is having us receive a lot of insights about our emotions, and we may need to confront certain emotions, or even confront something within our friendship. And it's also good for actually exercising with friends or in a group setting. We're doing something competitive in a group setting. And also, it's good for starting new projects, especially when it comes to like social causes or humanitarian causes, and nurturing some of those projects. And then Mercury conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. Now this is having us communicate things that are difficult to communicate, that perhaps have been bubbling under the surface for a while. Mercury is helping us to dig deeper into our psyche to understand what is going on under the surface in our careers, perhaps, or in what we're wanting as our status or public standing, or for our outer world. So we could dig deeper within ourselves and maybe write some new stuff down about ourselves so that we can move forward in our careers and clear away a path, like clear away some blocks perhaps to that path. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, and all those things. And I'll be back soon. I'm actually going to take a break during Christmas, and I'll probably be back on January 2nd or so. Okay, have an awesome time, have an awesome holiday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.